What is up guys, Stu here, and welcome back to another review from the London Film Festival, which is feeling even stranger and stranger to say as the month keeps going. Coming up to November now, and I still haven't got all of my film festival reviews done. I guess that's a testament to my timekeeping skills, which are not good. And today we're talking about another film which has got a whole load of buzz wherever it's been shown at festivals in the year, so I naturally went, yep, I'm gonna see it. And that one is Portrait of a Lady on Fire. It's a French romantic film directed by Céline Sciamma, and my goodness gracious, yeah, it's fucking fantastic. It's an amazing film. I'll keep it brief on the summary for this one, but it's essentially the story of a woman who is tasked with painting a portrait of another woman that doesn't want to have her portrait painted. Suddenly realise I'm not doing a great job of selling this one. They have love, romance. You're just gonna have to trust me on this one. There's not a huge amount else I can say about the story without going into too many details, which I think might ruin the experience for you. Just go in not knowing much. That's all you need to know. But this film is so incredibly effective at telling a romantic story, and the relationship between the characters are just so perfectly executed. I mean, Céline Sciamma, let's just talk about her direction here, which is just stunning. I'm gonna have to throw my hands up here and say I haven't actually watched any of her previous direction work. She did a film called Girlhood, which is one of hers, which got a lot of acclaim when it came out. Never saw it though. I'm terrible. But she has written other films which I have seen. She was actually the writer behind one of my favourite animated films of the last few years, My Life as a Courgette. If the name made you laugh, just watch the film. You'll be blown away, I guarantee it. But here, there's not really anything I didn't like about the way she approached this film. From what I've seen of her writing work, she has a very effective way of approaching human relationships and really getting at the heart and humanity of a story, and that is absolutely present here. It's a film which takes a lot of time to just let the characters breathe in their moments, which I know can sound incredibly pretentious, but it's not the first pretentious thing I've said on this channel, so we're just gonna go with it. And it's quite a simple thing, but I love the way that she uses the narrative of this almost as a kind of tool to get at the characters, as opposed to the characters being a tool to get at the narrative. And I just loved every second of watching these characters fall in love with each other. And the performances from both the actresses in the lead roles are so good here. It stars Adèle Haenel as the woman that doesn't want to be painted. She does have her name. The character does have her name. I'm just not going to say it because I'm not French and I don't want to make a dick of myself. Even better than her roles in films like Unknown Girl and 128 Beats Per Minute. Those are good roles, but here she's just something else. She really nails this character that's got a lot of walls up when we first meet her, but we gradually see her come around to certain things throughout the film. But alongside her as the painter, and not good with the character names, is Nomi Merlon. I probably butchered it. We're gonna go with it. Off the top of my head, I don't think I've actually seen her in anything before, and she smashed this one. She was brilliant. And alongside Haenel, the two of them just work so perfectly in this film, because you've got a really great contrast between the characters. One starts off quite cold, one of them is much more softer and warm. Just sounded like a serial killer saying that. But that makes for such an interesting dynamic in their relationship. So as soon as they met, I was like, yes, I want to see this happen. It just feels natural, and that definitely comes from the two performances. But it's again one of the great things about Sciamma as a writer and director. She just has a fantastic way of making all of this feel natural. It feels authentic, it feels real, it doesn't feel like it's doing anything gimmicky or anything flashy. It's just a relationship that is perfectly explored through the means of film. And that's where it shares quite a lot for me with a film like Call Me By Your Name. And I don't want to sort of dismiss this film as just like a lesbian Call Me By Your Name. I think to simplify it down to a statement like that, it doesn't do this film justice. It's so much more than that. But that being said, there are certain themes and parallels which are the reason I love a film like Call Me By Your Name, and a reason why a film like this works so well as well. Both of them deal so wonderfully in quite different ways, but similar ways as well, with that feeling of falling in love, and this kind of feeling like it's just you and this other person, and it's just you two in the world, nothing else matters. In fact, there's this incredible line in Sciamma's film here which deals so wonderfully with that and encapsulates it all so perfectly. At one point, one of the characters says to the other, "Do all lovers feel like they've invented something new?" It's a line which has just stuck with me ever since I saw this film, and perfectly encapsulates everything that is so good about this film. It's that feeling you get when you're experiencing something so amazing and so incredible for the first time with someone else. How could there be anyone else that knows what we're going through here? And I loved that side of the relationship and the way that's explored so perfectly in this film. And there's a certain point in this film, in a similar way to Call Me By Your Name, where I realised I was totally in with these characters. I could watch them do anything, and I just feel like everything they're doing and saying to each other just feels so genuine. And I find that incredibly moving. it made me feel all kinds of emotions, this film. But what I also found really interesting about this film is that on top of the relationship, which is the main bulk of this and the main thing it's going for, there are also some really interesting decisions made from a directing point of view, which just sort of make it a little bit spicier. There is moments that almost kind of teeter on the brink of feeling like we're watching a thriller or some kind of horror. It feels strange saying it, but I hope you know what I mean if you've seen the film. But there's almost this kind of ghost-like presence in the film, which I wasn't 100% sure what was happening at the time of seeing it, and then come the end of this film, it all just makes sense. And there's a point in the climax where it all comes to a head, and I suddenly got why she'd done that throughout the film. And it's just another layer to this film which just elevates it above your bog standard kind of romantic film. Ultimately, this film did everything right. I absolutely adored it. I can't wait to see it again. It's gorgeous to look at just in terms of the way it's shot and its cinematography. But on top of that, it is so brilliantly performed and so stunningly directed and written. It all just works perfectly. It's totally deserving of all the praise it's getting, and you have to make sure you go out and see this when it drops wherever you are. But what about you guys? Have you seen Portrait of a Lady on Fire? What did you think about it? If you caught it at the festival, have you seen it elsewhere? Let me know what you thought about it down below. As usual, if you enjoyed this video and you do want to see me talk about more shit, go ahead and click subscribe, hit the like button, do whatever you want to do. Or you could do none of those things. I don't mind, but it would be nice if you did the main things. See you guys next time for another review from the film festival. We're slowly getting to the end of the ones I saw, but we're not there yet. And until next time, stay beautiful, motherfuckers.